I want to get into what you said earlier as well, that solving tax, right? Your tax challenge is only 10% of the puzzle, right? And most business owners are obsessed with cutting their tax bill, and a lot of people are listening to this show because of that.
We want them to be set up so well that they, and also not in a way where like, I'm a very big, because I used to raise capital and stuff, right? I'm big on, like, I want to push people to do a lot of, like, especially in this day and age with all the knowledge and information out there, right?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of things you can't do.
Yeah.
Right? So, but they might not necessarily have the courage or understand, and what they need to do is they need to figure out how to partner with good people. But what I would say though is it's so much more mindset, and how do we really build wealth, right? And it's really philosophically, we have to think about those questions. Why are we doing this? What is the purpose of doing this, right? Or are we just doing this just because there's a lot of people too that they're just running a race that they don't even know why they're doing it, right?
Yeah.
There's really no why, there's no reason, there's nothing. And they think, I solve my tax problem, I'm gonna be good. And it doesn't necessarily change anything, because they don't have the philosophy, they don't have the people who, at the end of the day, because they don't get it or something's not clicking, right? They don't have the right mindset built around what we're doing, is they just say, I give up and I'll pay the taxes to the IRS, right? Those are those people, right?
Yeah.
So really, it's really having that mindset that I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to develop this just as much as I develop everything else in my business, right? So,
yeah.
No,
that's good. I think I get what you're saying, because I think what's clicking for me right now is that a lot of people, and again, I was like that, everybody, and I'm also thinking sometimes like that. It's always like, again, the quick fix, right? Like right now, what can I do now? But what you're saying is that the most important thing is like what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And especially if you're a business owner, you got to think about not only yourself, but your family, your legacy, your succession, your retirement. You're not going to operate your business for the rest of your life until you're 90 years old, right? There's got to be a plan in place. And when the people think about, oh, my tax challenge right now, well, it blinds them about the bigger savings they could be doing by being more patient and having better holistic strategies in place that's going to help them for the rest of their life, right?
Yeah, I mean 100%, because I was doing the math on it with a client the other day on the phone, and I was like, you guys are going to retire with like 15 million.
Yeah,
And I was
you're
like,
good with that.
they couldn't fathom, like, they're starting to get the wrap their heads around it, but I was just like,
Yeah.
it's not complex, right? But it starts with building the foundation, and then kind of like once we look at, like, when I think about their trajectory of what they're going to do, I mean, in the next 15, 20 years, right, that's where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, and what I will say, right, the reason that they're going to be there too is because they have the discipline.
Yeah.
They are voracious savers, and they are voracious at living below their means, right? They live
Yeah.
out in the country in Pennsylvania. Like, they're going to do so many great things, but that's, like, I look at it, I'm like, it's not that hard to go build a bunch of money. It's really
Yeah.
not. But it's thinking about these deeper philosophical questions. Why am I doing this?
Thousand percent. And let's say a business owner watching this, or just a high net worth individual paying over six figures in taxes every year, and they want to explore this path, and they got inspired by what you talked about today on this show. What's the first conversation they need to have?
I have to really, tame it down. My business partner, Mitch, he's ADHD's off the wall, but, I have to tame it down. But I used to, obviously I used to when I was younger, when I was a kid, right? I used to dump as much, but it's hard to dump on people because they just don't understand it, right? you know, Identifying and admitting, hey, I have this problem or challenge or whatever you want to call it, right? And I want to solve it. across the country every other week, right? And
Yeah.
taking them to dinner and doing these nice things, right? Genuinely pour into my clients, and I'm big on that, because in order to take action, right, and to have actual results, right, we have to take massive action, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I pour into them so much, and that's why we're so, we have to knock one thing down, right? Obviously, I build like a framework in my head of what I want to do,
Yeah.
and some of that is shared with them, and some of them it's not shared with them yet, because I need them to focus, but it's really knocking things down one at a time, like, and then when they bring up more things, it might add more to the list, right? But I would say the biggest thing is really thinking about, hey, who do I want to work with? What type of advisor or strategist do I want to work with, right?
Yeah.
Do I want to work with someone that I can pick up the phone and call and it's like that, right? Or do I want to work with a that, right? And it's not so much I need it's just you got to have a team, right? Especially in this day and age with so much even I know when to say, hey, I'm going to the next level to grab my, to figure this out, right? So,
Yeah.
But the thing that they get Yeah, it's finding that.